I'm Yvonne Lewis. I'm a paramedic with BC Emergency Health Services. I'm also a community paramedic here on the Sunshine Coast. When I get the call, it's an emergency. The patient is in crisis. The patient could be unconscious or confused. There's been no plan and no conversation. It's hard to know what kind of health care this patient might want in that moment. As a paramedic, we really need information once we arrive at your residence or wherever the emergency may be. Having that information readily available to us with an area that makes sense is so truly helpful. I can tell you, I don't know how many homes I've been in where we're looking through bathroom cabinets for medications, we're looking through the kitchen for documentation, looking through purses and wallets to try and find health cards and information. One in particular was probably about 2 years ago. Unfortunately, this gentleman had suffered a stroke, and there was no warning for that, for them to know that that was about to happen. Him and his family had just finished dinner, and his wife found him unresponsive on the floor. The time that we arrived, she had nothing prepared. They had never had a conversation about what he expected if he were to be in this situation, if they wanted life support, if he wanted CPR done. She didn't know the answers, and this was not the time that we wanted to be asking them of her. Unfortunately, they had no paperwork. He'd been a very healthy gentleman and never suffered any sort of cardiac issues before it. They didn't know to have any of this documentation or anything about it. We had to do full life-saving gamut if there isn't a predetermined amount of intervention that the person has decided for themselves or their family member or their decision maker. We can't just take verbal word on scene. We have to see the documentation when we get there.